Hello Libra, Elsie here to do a reading. How are you doing, Libra? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I'm going to do a 9-card read for you and find out what is coming up in the next little bit here. What's coming up soon, around the corner, in the future, whatever you want to call it. Let's find out what's going on for you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We're going to do a 9-card draw today. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you all about how to find the extended, and I'll talk to you about private reads. Happy Mother's Day. If you celebrated, I hope you had a lovely Mother's Day. I got flowers from my boy. And so I hope that you were loved by all the ones that love you the most. All right, let's find out what's going on for you, Libra. We've got 7 of Swords. There's something here you don't trust fully. We've got the Death card. Okay, so I feel like you don't fully trust some sort of transformational energy. I'm going to say that you feel this Death card sneaking up on you. It feels like, I'm looking at this person here. They are in the midst of all of these horses, right? And I don't know if you've ever had the privilege of being close to the 4-legged animals who run really quickly, like horses, or even like cattle. I know they're not that quick, but you can feel through the ground. You can feel their you can feel them coming from quite a distance away. I feel like there is something that needs to end here. It does feel like the end of a chapter, or you are transforming. It feels like you're changing your mind or changing the way you usually feel or think. It feels like there's something here you don't really trust, and maybe it's change. It could be that, but it feels like there is a new beginning here, a place where you can invest your time, your effort, your money. It feels like there is something that is about to show up for you as an opportunity or an option, which I think will make you look a little more favorable on the Death card, because I don't think you can have the Ace of Pentacles unless you get through this Death energy here, which is transformational. So I feel like you're going to have to learn how to trust more, is what I'm saying. You're going to have to learn how to trust the situation just a little bit more. We've got the Star energy here. Yeah, the Star and the Death card tell me it's time for you to heal this suspicious type energy. It feels like you probably spend a lot of your time by yourself, only because you just really don't trust the humans around you. We have, and any human really, I feel like you're safest when you're in this Pentacle energy, because it's a sure thing. I've got the 6 of Pentacles. And so I think that you're thinking that maybe a group that you hang out with, it's run its course. Maybe something within the group has changed, and maybe you can't put your finger on it, but you're like, maybe it's time for me to carry on and find something new, something I can count on. The 6 of Pentacles is people giving you reciprocal energy, but it does feel like that you've been wishing for more. This is Pentacle energy. It's practical. We hang out with each other, but it doesn't feel emotional, like there's no bond. Or I feel like you feel like you want to find a group you can bond to. But this Death card energy tells me that the 6 of Pentacles might be coming to an end. So you possibly have stopped or maybe backed away from the group and aren't really giving much energy, because this is like, we see that there is a lot of people reaching out for whatever you're able to give them, but not a lot of people are giving anything back. And so I feel like that's why you've backed away. It almost feels like you are more confident. It feels like you're really growing lately. You're growing into your own. You're growing into your stability. You're growing into your reputation. It feels like 10 Pentacles. You're like preparing for whatever is about to come up in the future. You're laying the groundwork for a solid, abundant future. I feel like you're planning things, and it feels almost like this might be a bit of a distraction, because people are trying to pull on your energy or take things from you, or they need you for things, and you're like, well, wait a second. I'm trying to prepare for the future for myself, and I'm trying to build myself, right? I'm trying to become more confident, but I'm also trying to save money. I'm trying to make money. It feels as though you hope that you find a group of people that you can trust more. I don't know that, I'm not saying that this group is untrustworthy, because I don't think they are. I just don't think you're connecting to them the way that you like to connect, which is, I think, a little more on this hopeful, spiritual side. I don't think you hang out with people who are spiritual, and I think that you probably are a little more spiritual than the normal person. Well, I wouldn't say normal. I would say that you're probably just a little bit more spiritual than working in pentacles. And I feel like your group is probably pentacle group, which means that they're like, don't believe in the woo-woo stuff. They think spirituality is stupid. Like, it feels like they're very solid, grounded, can't change their minds sort of energy. We've got the Two of Cups. We've got the Three of Cups. And we've got the Eight of Wands. You know what it feels like here? It feels like there's somebody here who no longer shows up in your group. That's what it feels like. This feels like it's hiding or hidden or concealed. This feels like you're hopeful that this person's going to show up and stop concealing themselves, that maybe you think that hopefully the Death card will help, that will transform things. But then we have the Two of Cups here, and that makes me feel like you're hopeful to deepen a connection with someone, whether this is a relationship that is a friendship, a partnership, or maybe it's loveship. But it feels as though this person used to hang out in your group. And I feel that this is like the celebration, this is emotion, but this is Pentacle. And it almost feels like since your friend, whoever they are, has moved away from the group, I feel like you no longer feel the celebratory kind of happy emotional side of it. I think now with this person gone, it feels like all you're dealing with now is Pentacle energy. So I feel like you are thinking about breaking away from the group. Or doing your own thing. It feels like you're already looking at places where you can plant a new seed and maybe grow some abundance, grow by yourself, grow alone. I don't think that you actually need this group, but I feel like since somebody has concealed themselves and stopped attending, I feel like it's a little bit boring for you. Or there's like somebody who brought all of the emotions to the group, and I feel like you're no longer seeing that person. I feel like you're looking at moving forward alone, possibly in a single way. We have the Page of Swords and the Four of Swords. Five of Swords is here. This person could not be maybe rejoining the group because of a fundamental difference. It may be that they decided to release for whatever reason. We're going to put two cards here, and we're going to see what is going on underneath the surface that you do not quite see. It feels like this whole reading is about the group you're dealing with. We've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Empress. So I feel like when the Empress pulled back their energy, it does feel like the foundation crumbled. It feels like the Empress may have been the foundation of the group, or maybe that was just your perspective. Maybe you thought that this person was very grounding, very kind and loving. It feels like this person, when they showed up, they brought all the emotional energy with them. But the Three of Pentacles is now in the reverse. So it feels like no more partnership. I don't see you anymore. It feels like the foundation is no longer here. And I feel like the Empress is probably the person who offered the foundational spiritual foundation, or the is always coming with the big ideas and trying to bring new energy to this group in terms of emotion. And so I feel like what you don't see that's under the surface is that it feels like this person is probably waiting for you to communicate with them. Because they did, I feel, pull back from the group. So I feel like they're waiting for you to communicate with them, because the Empress doesn't chase, right? The Empress isn't going to reach out. The Empress is going to wait for someone to reach out and speak about, where are you? Where have you been? The foundation isn't like it was when you're not here. Tell me about the Death card. What has changed? We've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. We've got the Five of Pentacles. And we've got the High Priestess. Sorry, I'll pause for a second because I'm hearing a song. I'm hearing Kelly Clarkson singing Since You've Been Gone. So I feel like this Nine of Cups in the reverse. It feels to me like things aren't quite as emotionally happy as they used to be. I don't think they're emotionally sad. When the Nine of Cups is in the reverse, it almost feels a little bit like you're waiting for someone to come in and take the place of the Empress and offer more happiness. I don't think you're sad, but I feel like you're feeling a little disconnected from the way it used to be. It feels like something's changed and it's not the way it used to be. So something has changed or transformed, and now you feel like on the outside looking in. It used to be wish fulfillment, happiness. I knew I was going to see this person when I went to this group. And now it feels like this High Priestess, since they're gone, you still feel connected to them, but you just don't see them anymore. And I don't see anything here that says there was an argument or a fight or anything dramatic like that. It just feels like the Empress ended up pulling away their energy here. Tell me why the Star is here. Because the Star is telling me that your wish fulfillment is to see this person again, but it feels like they're concealing themselves or not coming around as much. Something that you don't understand has gone on. Like it feels like something's under the surface that is a secret. And you don't know why that's gone on or why they've pulled away. But the Star tells me you're hopeful to see them again. We've got the King of Wands. We've got the Two of Swords. And we've got the Sun. Look, I really do feel like something, like this person I don't feel is hiding anything, is what I want to say. I just feel like there is a mystery here. It feels like there's something here that you don't understand. You don't have the truth of the matter. You're hoping that you'll be able to see this person again, and that they will reveal why they made the decision that they did. The Two of Swords is here. They'll reveal why they felt they had to pull their energy away or block the situation or make a decision to carry on forward independently. The King of Wands is here, and I really do feel that this person would welcome you reaching out to them because the Sun is here, and the Sun is happy energy, it's good vibration, high vibration. It's also a breakthrough. I think that they would feel like it was kind of a breakthrough if you did reach out to them. And because I feel like you two have really shared some kind, intimate conversation. And when I say intimate, I don't mean anything but, you spoke with them and shared things with them that you wouldn't usually share with another person. So maybe deepest thoughts or things like that. And so I feel like that's what you miss, is you miss someone of substance, because you're dealing with people who are all very on the surface, very practical. These people, if you needed a ride in the middle of the night, one of them would come out and get you, but you're not emotionally connected to this group anymore. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. It almost feels like you've been growing since they've been gone, and it's almost like you really want to show them how much you've grown or how confident you've become. We've got the Nine of Swords, but yeah, it makes me feel like you're kind of sad that they're not around, and you hope that they surprise you. I think that with the Page of Wands here, I think there's a little bit of I'm going to say a little bit of an attraction. And it's a sweet attraction, understand. It's nothing fiery and dramatic, but it feels like a bit of a sweet attraction. Like if this person were to walk in the room, you perk up just a little bit. Hey, there's the Empress, right? Like it feels like that sort of energy. But I think that you have a worry that this person is never going to be able to see you reach your best or be your best. We've got the Hierophant here. This person could be a Taurus. They could be a Libra. They could be a Cancer, maybe a Leo, possibly an Aquarius, maybe a Pisces, or maybe a fire sign, or maybe they lead with fire. I feel like fire rising, maybe. So yeah, it does feel like it feels like this. You're being a little bit stubborn. You're in Libra. That's what it feels like. It feels like, or maybe it almost feels like, you know what, I'll just keep my position. I'll stay in my position here because I don't feel like I want to bother them. Like it feels like that. I don't want to bother them, but I really wanted them to see how I've flourished. Like it feels like they would attend a group that you belong to. And so maybe you've changed something in the way that you are. Maybe you've grown more. Maybe you've become better at what you do. So maybe you play an instrument or you're a writer or something. And now you're starting to get a good reputation. It feels like you want to share that with them, but it also does feel like it isn't something that you feel like you can reach out to them and say, hey, look at me. Like it feels a little bit self-absorbed, right? I feel like you really are growing a firm foundation, and I feel like you would be excited to see them. I feel like you're worried that you won't see them again. Tell me about the Three of Cups. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the King of Swords. And we've got the Five of Wands. So it does feel like you are struggling with whether or not you should communicate. Struggling about whether or not I should communicate and just tell this person exactly how I'm feeling. Now, I don't know how you're feeling because the Two of Cups is still here unclarified. And this could be platonic or romantic. This could be just a really great, deep conversation, emotional connection. And it could be a platonic thing because look, the Three of Pentacles is here and that's partnership, right? But I feel like you are really struggling with whether or not you should reach out to them and speak with them clearly, honestly, and truthfully and say, hey, I miss you being around. Are you coming around next time? Like it feels like you've been really working hard on something. So I don't know whatever it is that you've been working hard on. But it feels like it's probably something creative, as I always say with you guys. It's probably something creative and you've been working on it. And I feel like this person was very supportive and they were the person who would say, oh my gosh, you've done so great with that. Like I feel like they were always celebrating you, right? Because the Three of Cups is here. It feels like when the Empress shows up, they bring celebration. So they were always celebrating you and supporting you, that kind of thing. All right, we're going to go into the extended. Look at that. We've got somebody who's racing in here. We'll talk about that later. We're going to go into the extended. And if you would like to be in the extended with us, then please look at the comment that is pinned above all of the comments. And in that comment, there is two links. One for the membership. If you want to see me pull this apart in the membership with the extended, then please attend the membership. And if you're interested in a private read, I'm all caught up. Now's the best time to book. And my readings begin at $25 and go up from there if you're interested in booking. And if I do not see you in the extended, that is cool. I'll be back because I'm always back, Libra. You know that I will be. I like your readings. I'm going to go for now. Take care, friends. See you in the extended. Bye-bye.